Hello everyone, hello YouTube, and welcome to passthatexam.com. And in this video, we're going to be evaluating a matrix, fam. Evaluating a matrix. So what does evaluating a matrix mean? That's the very first thing. Typically, when you see evaluate a matrix, it means to find the determinant of that matrix. Now, what is a determinant in math? Well, a determinant in math is an operation that you do on the matrix, and it outspits a particular value. And in this case, it's a number, just a number. So to evaluate this 3 by 3 matrix, you have to remember how you take the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, because that's the simplest matrix there is, aside from the 1 by 1, which is just a number inside square brackets. Here is a 2 by 2 matrix. This is an example of a 2 by 2 matrix. B is equal to A, B, C, D. So to find the determinant of this, we're going to have to do an operation. D times A times D, same thing, minus B times C, B times C. And so we do this operation here, and we find the determinant of B. So this is equal to the determinant of B, AD minus BC. And so that's the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. After you do this expression here, you evaluate the expression, you will find the determinant of the matrix B. Okay, so that's one part of understanding how to take a 3 by 3 matrix. So the next thing what we have to know is that we have to know what is called place signs. So in each one of these elements in this 3 by 3 matrix, there is an assignment here. There's a positive, minus, positive, minus, positive, minus, positive, minus, positive. So each one of these elements has a assignment of a sign to it. And so, okay, so remember these two things. And with that, we're going to be able to evaluate this 3 by 3 matrix. So the first thing you want to do when you want to evaluate a 3 by 3 matrix is, and we're going to go through another way to do it. There's multiple ways to do it because as you'll see here shortly, the way we take the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix is through its minor matrices. In this case, the minor matrices are 2 by 2 matrices. So one way to take the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix is you look at the first row of your 3 by 3 matrix. Typically, this is done when you're just being introduced to matrices. And you look at the first number, 2, and then you cover up the column and the row from that 2. So you have the column here going down and then the row going here. Cover that up and notice how there's a 2 by 2 matrix inside there. Pretty cool. Okay, fam. So now that you see that, we're going to, the operation here is pretty similar to this one in that we're going to be taking determinants of these smaller 2 by 2 matrices. So first, what you want to do is you take this element, take the 2, like that. Then you multiply that by the determinant of that smaller 2 by 2 matrix. 3, negative 1, 1, 6. And then you multiply it by the sign here. Or you can assign it the sign. Either way, you can think of it that way. Positive 2. So it's a positive 2 times the determinant of this smaller 2 by 2 matrix. Minor, if you want to think about it in math terms. And then we're not quite done yet, so we're going to take this row It'll become apparent as you keep looking at more videos. But we take that row and we find that matrix and we found this. And now we want to take the 5 because we're looking at just this row. We take this 5 and then we cover up the column here and then the row. Notice how there's another 2 by 2 matrix. 0, 4, -1, 6 in there. We take that 5, put that 5 right here, multiply it by the det of that smaller 2 by 2 matrix. That's 0, -1, 4, 6. Okay, and then we look at this table here. It's a negative. It's a negative sign right here, right, fam? Negative. So we're going to take that negative, we're going to multiply here. We're going to put it right there, -5. Okay? All right, we got one more element to go, that -3 right here. -3 right there. And so to do that, what do? We cover up the row that this number's in and the column that this number's in. There. That smaller matrix is 0, 3, 4, and 1. Okay? And just like we've been doing, we're going to take this number here, this -3, and put it right here. -3. Multiply it by the det. And then that would be this one, 0, 3, 4, and 1. 0, 0, 3, 4, and 1. All right. There we go. So, and then of course, we have to look at this table again. That positive there, it will go in front of this. You multiply it. Think of it like a +1, like that. You multiply that, right? You can think of it as assigning the sign, but it's better if you just think of it as multiplying it. So by a +1 or a -1. And that's how you do it anyway. When you change signs, you just, without affecting the number, you just multiply it by -1 or +1. So +1 times -3, well, that's just a -3. But for brevity, just so we're not mistaken here, I'm going to put that +1 here times that -3. So it just becomes -3. Okay, so now that we have all this, we're going to evaluate this expression here, this one, this bottom one here, and then this other one right here. And we're going to add them all up, and that, fam, is the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. We're going to do that right over here on this part, this side of the board. We won't need this anymore. So if you need to reference this, just go back to the previous part of the video. Okay. More examples really, because there's other ways to do this. We're gonna, as you can see, you can cover up another part of this matrix. So you can think of this one, this row, if we're just working on this row, and then you can cover up and find other matrices, other minor matrices that you can use to find the determinant. But usually the first one here is what's taken as an example in a beginner linear algebra class. Okay, so this determinant here, let's do it. We got +2, the determinant of 3, -1, 1, 6. I hope that could be seen. Yeah, it looks like it could be seen. Okay. All right. So you take the determinant, so that's +2. The determinant, this is a what? So it's a 2 by 2 matrix. So as I said before, we needed that information too. Take the determinant of that one. So 6 times 3, so 3 times 6. Put square brackets here, or you could put a big, I'd like to put a square brackets here just to differentiate. This is still a matrix thing that we're doing. 3 times 6 minus -1 times 1. All right, with this, what do we get? 3 times 6 is 18 minus 1 times 1. So that's a positive 1. So what we have here is we have 18 positive 1, which is 19, right? So that is 19, like that. So 2, I'm just breaking it down here. Positive 2. 2 times 19 is what? 38. All right, there we go. So that's this expression evaluated. We're not quite done yet, though. We need to do the other 2, right? There's still 2. So this is the first one, 38. So we're going to draw a little cloud over it, 38. All right, so the next one is negative 5 times the det of this smaller 2 by 2 matrix. 0, negative 1, 4, 6. Okay. We take the determinant, so that's negative 5. We're running out of space. Negative 5. The determinant is, of course, a 2 by 2. So we're going to do 0 times 6 minus 4 times negative 1. Okay. So what do we get here? Well, 0 times 6 is just 0. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, but we have a negative out here, so that's a positive 4. So we have a positive 4 right here. And then a negative 5, so that will become a negative 20. All right, that's simple. That's another one. And then now we got the last guy right here. Positive 3 times negative 3, positive 1 times negative 3 times det of this determinant. So we have a negative 3 out front times the determinant of 0, 3, 4, and 1. Okay, take that. That's just negative 3. The determinant of this is just 0 times 1 minus 4 times 3. Okay, so that is 0, and then we got negative 12. Negative 3 out front. Oops, don't want to be sloppy here. Oops. Okay. That will be positive 36. All right, so we got 36, negative 20, and 38. Now we're going to add those all up together. I'm going to put it right here. 38, negative 20, and 36. Add those all up together, and we get 54. That's your final answer. 54 is the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix right here. So as you can see, it's pretty computationally extensive. It's a lot of work. Basically, that's what I want to say. Now, in the next video, we're going to look at the other row and then the next row. And then I'll show you that it's pretty much the same thing. It's going to be 54. But I just want to show you so that you have that confidence in you that you can take the determinant by just thinking of this 3 by 3 in just 2 ways. Two key facts to be able to take this determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. You just need to know put this on, the place signs on each one of these elements in the 3 by 3 matrix, and how to take a 2 by 2 matrix. And then with that, you follow this procedure that I outlined here. You take these expressions, evaluate them, and then you find right here the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix. Easy peasy, right fam? You got this. See you in the next video.